What are some of the best three foods to eat for diabetes? To reverse type 2 diabetes and to fix blood sugar issues and enjoy better health, these will help you to achieve that result. Now, here's a clue. What food grows inside of a kind of an apple and is eaten on its own? I'll reveal that food later in this video. Watch to the end to find out the answer because it's pretty interesting. Hi, I'm Dr. Beverly Yates, MD. For decades, I've helped thousands of people to reverse type 2 diabetes, improve heart health, balance hormones, and finally feel in control of their health again. All right, food number one. Let's get right into it. Cabbage. Cabbage is a wonderful source of fiber and rich in a variety of nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. It can help you to feel full quickly. It is satisfying, or another way to say it is that cabbage is satiating or filling. Eating a fiber-rich food like cabbage slows down how quickly the food is digested, which is important. This gives your gut time to signal your brain and helps prevent overeating, along with being able to tell that you've had enough to eat. Now, let me share my screen. Now, something to consider is anytime you eat food, it goes in through your mouth, hits your tongue. Your tongue has taste buds on it, and these taste buds communicate to your brain and let your brain know what kind of flavors are represented with what you just ate or drank. This often gives the brain a clue about how many calories might be coming, and therefore the brain now is in conversation with your gut. The gut is often called the second brain, and for good reason. There's a lot of communication between the two. But not to distract, our focus is on cabbage. Cabbage is filling because of its rich fiber content, and that fiber, when you have enough hydration, enough water on board, is going to expand and take up space. It's going to fill your stomach. It's going to help you to literally feel full. And it slows down the digestive processes. This means whatever food you've eaten doesn't all of a sudden slam into the rest of your body. It's coming slowly out of the stomach to the small intestine below here, which is great. This gives you a much better chance of good blood sugar control. And that's why eating foods that are satiating, foods that leave you feeling full, that leave you with the ability to know when you've had enough to eat, are so important to have as a regular part of your diet if you have diabetes or other blood sugar issues. Feeling satisfied after eating is important because some foods are terrible for diabetes. Those tend to be the foods that are easy to overeat and leave you feeling hungry shortly after you finished eating. It causes unnecessary struggles with overeating and feeling hungry all the time. It also causes blood sugar spikes and crashes, putting you on your organs on the blood sugar roller coaster and causing emotional chaos that can lead to feeling hangry, irritable, and out of control. This is not a good combination. Eating cabbage, however, avoids these issues. Cabbage, also in my opinion, is pretty to look at. Its natural colors of green, purple, cream, and red are beautiful and visually appealing. Reasons why I like cabbage. This food is a helpful partner in Yates Protocol, 5 simple steps to fix your blood sugar and reverse type 2 diabetes. These details are covered in my book. Be sure to get your copy. The link appears below this video. Specifically, cabbage has nutrients that are helpful with diabetes, including vitamin C. Did you know that a half cup of cooked cabbage has a third of the daily needed amount of vitamin C? Wow, that's quite a bit. Now let's talk about some of these other base nutrients. For reference, a half a cup equals 100 grams. That's 25 calories when we're talking about cabbage. These base nutrients and all of this data comes from the USDA data on its website. Cabbage offers vitamins, 63% of the daily value of vitamin K, 37% daily value of vitamin C, 11% of what we need each day for folate, also known as vitamin B9, 7% of the daily value of B6, 5% of the value of B1, 4% of the value of vitamin B5, and 3% of the daily value of vitamin B2, and 2% of the daily value of choline, which is important for your nervous system, for the brain, heart health, liver health, and more. Key nutrients, right? Cabbage also offers us a nice array of minerals. 7% of what we need each day for manganese, 4% for potassium, 3% for magnesium, 3% for calcium, and 3% for iron, right? 2% for phosphorus, zinc, and copper. Now remember here, we are talking about a portion size of about a half a cup, and that's 100 grams. So I hope you're eating more than this size of serving for the vegetables in general with your meals. As you know, vegetables are a big part of our program, but they're not the only piece of the magic. It packs a lot of goodness in each bite. We look at macronutrients, also abbreviated to macros in more common usage of the term. Protein at 1.3%, carbohydrates, usually shortened to carbs, at 6%, and dietary fiber comes in at a whopping 10%. Cabbage is fiber rich. Wow. Now, fat? What about fat, you say? Does cabbage have fat? It has so little, it is typically considered a fat-free food. Cabbage has zero point 0.1 milligrams per 100 milligram serving. That's a 1 to 1,000 ratio for those of you who like math. That's a tiny amount. All right, did anything about this surprise you? Let me hear from you in the comments below. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel to help me grow it. Kindly turn your notifications on so that you know when the next content is available, and share this video with others that you know who can benefit from this information. All right, so as we continue on, food number 2, celery. All right, next up, let's talk about celery. Celery is a fabulous food to eat if you have diabetes or otherwise that you're looking to have good blood sugar control. So here's the story. Celery is crunchy and a wonderful source of nutrients. Let's break it down. This food is also a helpful partner in the Yates Protocol, 5 simple steps to fix your blood sugar and reverse type 2 diabetes. These details are covered in my book. Be sure to get your copy. The link appears below this video. Are you ready to take the guesswork out of blood sugar control and discover how to turn your metabolism into your superpower? I'd like to gift you my free guide to the Yates Protocol. It comes with a blood sugar tracker and a meal plan template you can personalize for both plant-based eating and omnivore eating. Getting your copy is simple. Just scan the QR code you see right here. Or, if you prefer typing it in, go to this link, https://drbeverlyyates.com/guide, GUIDE-reverse, REVERSE-TYPE-2-diabetes-naturally. It's free and it's designed to help you start making changes that really work. The link is available below this video. All right, let's talk about the base nutrients for celery. For reference, a half a cup equals 100 grams. This represents 14 calories when you're eating celery. This is also according to the USDA data on its website. All right, celery offers for vitamins 24% of our daily value of vitamin K, 9% of the daily value of folate, also known as vitamin B9, 5% of the daily value of vitamin B5, 4% of the daily value of vitamins B6 and B2, 3% of the daily value of vitamin C, and 2% of the daily value of vitamins A, B3, B1, and E. For minerals, 6% daily value of potassium, 4% for manganese and copper, 3% for magnesium, calcium, and iron, 2% for phosphorus. Now remember here, when we're talking about celery, we're talking about a portion size of a half cup is about 100 grams. I hope you're eating more than that for this. Lots of goodness in each bite. Now, when we look at the macronutrients that celery offers, protein is at 1%, the carb is at 1%, and dietary fiber is at 6%. Same thing with fat. Celery has very little fat to offer. Very low in terms of any kind of fat content. Negligible. Now, here's a tip. If you enjoy crunchy foods, celery is a fine go-to option. And if you like to eat chips, which I hope you don't, but if you do, you can use celery to replace the chips. It's much kinder to your blood sugar and more likely to be filling and ease hunger pangs. All chips do is just put you on that blood sugar roller coaster and slam you down the other side, right? So you're going from a blood sugar high to a blood sugar low. And that's not where you want to be. Celery can be used with all kinds of nutritious foods, including dips like salsa, hummus, nut butters, seed butters, things like that, to replace those chips as an easy, simple food swap. All right, friends, if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. This way you can help me grow the channel and reach others with information. Moving right along to food number 3, cashews. Our third great food for diabetes is going to be cashews. Now, cashews are nuts. Each cashew is shaped like a kidney, so these nuts are sometimes called kidney nuts. Did you know? You remember earlier in the video, at the beginning, I asked a question. Okay, here comes the answer. Cashews grow inside something called a cashew apple. That's right, cashews grow inside of a fruit. Did you already know that? That's pretty unique in the world of foods. Let me hear from you in those comments below. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel to help me grow this channel. Kindly turn your notifications on so that you know when the next content is available, and share this video with others you know who can benefit from this information. Now, some reasons why I like cashews. One of the reasons I like cashews, specifically for diabetes, is the simple fact that it is filling. Cashews are delicious and filling, thus satiating hunger. Feeling satisfied when eating is part of how we can tell when it's time to stop eating. It helps with portion control. This is really important when it comes to diabetes and good blood sugar control. Here's a tip. Notice how you feel when eating cashews. Do you prefer them raw or lightly roasted? How about lightly salted versus unsalted? Is it easy for you to eat a handful of cashews at a time, or do you find yourself wanting to eat a lot of cashews at the same time? Some people find that the way to enjoy cashews is for them that they are prepared makes a big difference in their ability to really control the amount they eat at one time. Notice if that's true for you. Some find eating them as part of a meal, say with a salad, for example, or with soup, or as part of a smoothie, that can be a winning combination. Now remember, nuts and seeds contain a lot of calories in a small amount. Measure out the amount of cashews you intend to eat so that you avoid accidentally overeating them. It's easy to eat a cup or more, enjoying their flavor and texture, and lose track of how many calories are in a cup. And a cup is about 130 grams by weight of cashews. Keep track of that so you aren't too surprised, okay? Caution notes here. If you have an allergy or you have issues with oxalate and kidney stones, please listen closely. Cashew nuts also contain small amounts of oxalate, which can lead to the formation of kidney stones if eaten in excess, especially for those who are vulnerable to the formation of kidney stones. People who already have kidney stones or kidney disease should avoid overconsumption or consider maybe not eating cashews at all. Of course, do what works for you. And this next caution, for people who are allergic to nuts, the protein in cashew nuts can induce allergic reactions from contact dermatitis, where the skin becomes inflamed from simply having touched cashews, to anaphylaxis, which is a life-threatening reaction and can cause a person to die from their allergic reaction to nuts, including cashews. Those prone to nut allergies should avoid consuming cashews. All right, as long as you are not allergic to cashews, they might be a good food choice for you. Cashews have nutrients that are helpful with diabetes, including, and in this case, the serving size for reference here is 20 grams. That's a small amount. So it offers 7% of your daily value of vitamin B1, 6% daily value of vitamin K, 5% daily value for vitamin B6, 3% value of vitamin B5. The real powerhouse, though, in terms of nutritional contribution for cashews comes from their mineral profile. Let's take a look. Minerals, 49% of the daily value of copper, 14% from magnesium, 14% for manganese, 11% for phosphorus, 10% for zinc, 7% for selenium and iron, 3% for potassium. When we look at the macro contribution, protein is at 7% of daily value, carbs are at 2%, dietary fiber 3%, total fats at 13%, and these are healthy fats that are offered by cashews. Now, when you say all of this, you think about it, different foods, in this case, all three foods are plant-based, but they have very different profiles, don't they? In terms of whether or not they are contributing fats to your diet or how much fiber they offer. So it's always good to be aware of these things, whether you are eating an omnivore-based diet or a plant-based diet. Now, earlier I asked you about what's commonly eaten food grown inside of kind of an apple. The answer for that was cashews, right? The fruit of the cashew tree, commonly known as a cashew apple, was widely consumed before the nuts became popular and contained 5 times more vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, than an orange, as well as more calcium, iron, and vitamin B1, which is also known as thiamine, compared to, say, avocados or bananas. The cashew fruit or this cashew apple is also edible and beneficial. However, it can't be transported, and typically it's consumed locally as a juice in the places where it grows in its native soil. All right, what about these foods surprised you the most? Comment below so we all learn together. If you find this video helpful, please like this video, share it, turn your notifications on, and subscribe to this channel. This way you can help me grow the channel and reach others with this information. Thanks so much. This healing journey is always about progress, not perfection. Please take great care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. Are you ready to take the guesswork out of blood sugar control and discover how to turn your metabolism into your superpower? I'd like to give you my free guide to the Yates Protocol. It comes with a blood sugar tracker and a meal plan template you can personalize for both plant-based eating and omnivore eating. Getting your copy is simple. Just scan the QR code you see right here. Or, if you prefer typing it in, go to this link, https://dr beverlyyates.com/guide GUIDE dash reverse REVERSE dash TYPE dash 2 dash diabetes dash naturally. It's free and it's designed to help you start making changes that really work. The link is available below this video.